Yo, Physique Collective. We are on our way to the True Athlete Expo and bodybuilding show and other things. I think they're doing a strongman event as well. I'm in the whip with Spectre Visuals, aka as newly appointed Coach Maddox. We got Big Brad Wymark in the back. It's early, guys.
I want to call him Bid Brad now. What's his new name?
And I've got two competitors in today. I've got Big Nath Heckles in Super Heavies. I've got Imran in Classic. He's a Masters guy as well. I think he's doing Masters and Open. He might be doing Novice as well. But this is a pro qualifier event. It's Nath's maybe third or fourth pro qualifier of the year, but it's the last one that he's going to do on this push. It's most definitely the leanest that he's ever been, the driest that he's ever been, and we've changed our peak week structure a little bit. So just for a brief synopsis, we normally do 2 days of loading, and then we'll have 1 day of protein fat after that as a kind of wash-off day, and then we have a buffer day before the show that I normally just run him at maintenance calories with a mixed macronutrient structure, somewhere like 300 protein, 450 carb, 60 fat, for example. And he just seems to settle into the look. He's also an individual that holds fullness. Like, no matter what you do, he does not appear to liberate glycogen. That's one of his kind of freaky genetic attributes. So we're playing on this one because judges' feedback in general has been that they want more condition. It's very hard to get Nath's quads dialed in without him starting to get a little bit wispy through the legs and through the back, but we've managed to do that this time. He's got like full top to bottom cross striation on his VLs, on his rec fem. His glutes are dug out because they always are, but we also carb loaded him a little less this time. We normally put in about 1,800 gram carb over 2 days, which isn't a lot for somebody of his size. You've got to think that's somebody that's north of 240 pounds on stage. So that's not a lot. For example, Brad back here, it took him 2,400 gram carb to load up. And what would your weight in pounds be at the end of prep? 190-ish would it be? Yeah. 190-ish, so 50 pounds heavier and needs less carb. Again, he's a freak. He just soaks up glucose like nobody else. So this week we went with 1,500 gram carb total, 750 gram per day, with a baseline of 240 gram protein and trace fats only. And it didn't move into like peak fullness, of course, but just full enough where there was like miles away from spill, didn't interrupt our sort of process of holding him in a really conditioned spot, and able to dry him off from an even drier spot. And then what we've also done, instead of that buffer day with mixed macronutrients in there, we've gone with 2 protein fat days. So he hasn't actually eaten carbs. It's Friday today, and he hasn't eaten carbs since Tuesday. Just protein and fat. And to be honest, he still looks just as full. I was looking closely at his photos this morning. It looks like maybe just starting to flatten off a little bit on the quads, maybe a little bit through the upper back, but very, very slightly. And then what we're doing today is feeding him up directly into the show, basically. He'll do 3 meals, and again, it won't be a lot. First 2 meals will be, well, the first meal will be about 30 gram protein from chicken. We do 100 gram carb from rice cakes and jam. Salt is still in, fluid is still in. We haven't moved that at all. With Nath, if we start playing with fluid and sodium, he loses his best attribute, which is his pop, and goes just a bit stringy. We'll do another meal exactly the same as that, just without the protein. So it will literally just be rice cakes and jam. Then 2 hours pre-stage, we're going to put in 200 gram carb. So basically double the amount of carb from there, and then just roll him into the show. So really, really low volume of food, just carbs and a little bit of protein today. He's had plenty of fats over the last couple of days, and all he needs to do is chill out, kick back, keep his feet up, relax. Really luckily for us, my wife Jazz is tanning at this event. She got to do Nath's tan yesterday. He's really pale. Nath, if you're watching this, please bro, get some sunbeds on your prep. Get the base tan done before you go and get your base go. So Jazz, knowing that, was able to get him darker, so that's fantastic. We had a great advantage there. Hope nobody thinks that's cheating. I don't know, it's not cheating, is it?
Just tan.
Just good, I suppose any good tanner would do the same. And with Imran, it's a lot more simple than that. We loaded about 2,000 gram carb Tuesday, Wednesday, no, 2,100-ish. It's a little bit more than he loaded for the last show, but he was flatter and more dug down for this one. This was the target show. He was pretty conditioned at his last show, like he was maybe about a week out of where I wanted him conditioning, which is perfect because we then had a week to dig in, and I didn't want him there earlier because sustaining that, as you all know, is very difficult, especially in a Masters competitor. You know, you do start to get a little bit faded. But he's right on point now. He's landed real fucking... This morning he looks so peeled. You know, he's dry down to the bone. Yesterday we just did protein fat, no fluid change, no sodium change, just chilling out. And then today actually we're starting the day with another protein fat meal, just letting him dry off slightly more. He's bursting full still, and then 2 hours pre-stage I'll give him a little carb bump. I haven't determined exactly what amount yet. We'll do that when we get there. So yeah, I think that is the spiel for today. It's looking like it's going to be a packed show on the men's side. Women's side looks a bit light. It'll be cool to see the expo. Unfortunately, I bought a coach's pass, and I see on the email it says I'm only allowed backstage. I'm not even allowed into the expo. So I mean, this was like what it was like in Italy. Like, I bought a coach's pass that was like 200 quid, and then I went to walk backstage to the front of the stage. They said, no, you can't go in front of the stage. You have to stay backstage. So you can't even watch your athlete on stage with a coach's pass. I don't want to complain too much in case I get like blackballed by the judges. But anyway, this morning me and Brad have trained early. I got up at 3, walk dagger, train pull, post-workout meal is on the lap. It's Big Daddy Special, the Bodybuilder Sweet and Sour. We're going to rock over to the venue now, about an hour and a half out, and we'll take you guys through the day with us. Thank you for joining us, guys.
All good.
All good. You guys know I do the 10 out of 10 core. Look at the texture. What's the amount? That looks alright, man. It looks pretty cakey. 10 out of 10 core every time. It's not a mine job. I don't fuck about when it comes to
I did
core.
a 6-to-1 water.
6-to-1 water.
Blast, some stir up.
And for the rest of the recipe, you guys are going to have to pay me.
What do you want to say about...
Cream of rice ebook coming soon.
What do you want to say to the people that you pour boiling water in?
Oh, listen. Anyone that uses boiling water on core or doesn't use a microwave, I'm not going to say like you're idiots, because that's not fair.
Oh,
but
well.
this is what it could look like. It's only 100 gram of core in there.
Gourmet core.
Competitors 186 and 187 trade places, please. Gentlemen, hit a front double bicep. Quarter turn. And face the front. Thank you, gentlemen. You can pile off onto the diagonal.
All right, ladies.
Turn and face the back. Hit a back double bicep. And your favorite classic physique pose. And relax. Well done, gentlemen. You can turn and pile off. Thank you.
I got first place in coach of the century. Actually, it was best coach in the galaxy. Like MC Grinder, best MC in the galaxy. I'm the best coach in the galaxy. In all seriousness, Imran got first in Masters, got third in Novice, was it? Yeah. Fifth in the Open class. Successful season. It's only his second show ever, and you got 3 medals. You got 3 top 3s, was it, in your first one. And now he's got 2 top 3s, including the first, and a 5th. And to think this man is disappointed.
Got a first in the
What's
last
going
one as
on?
well.
Yeah, and he got 2 first places in his first season. I'd say that's pretty damn good. So yeah, we got Big Nath going on now. Just going to go backstage to see him. Imran's going to go and eat loads of food. He isn't, to be fair. He's going to probably have a pretty modest free meal, and then
I said, what are you having for your off-plan meal? He said core and egg yolks.
Core and egg yolks for the off-plan meal.
It's a good off-plan meal, that is, bro.
At least I'm not worrying about some massive edema come Monday or something. But we're straight into it. His training program is written up, his nutrition program is all written up, etc. So he's ready to get cracking. So yeah, successful day trip out. Hopefully that translates over to Nath's score as well.
You ready to go?
All in all, very successful. Don't expect any less from the big man himself.
Best coach in the galaxy.
Come on.
Best coach in the galaxy.
Please welcome competitor 27.
Never mind that, heckle me that. Fucking jamming. Just look how fucking crispy he is everywhere else. And look how blurry his feet are now. Last bit out. Look at his shoulder leading into his arm. Oh, he hides it because he's fucking... Never mind. Look at that stupid shoulder.
Turn and face the front. And relax. Awesome job, gentlemen. You can turn and file.
Moving towards the men's open, overall, your super heavyweight champ, Nathaniel Heckles. Who's your new IFBB Pro?
216.
All right, gentlemen, let's get our boys back to the diagonal line. The title of 2023 NPC Worldwide True Athlete Men's Bodybuilding Overall Champion, and presented to your new IFBB Pro, Max Johnson.
Right, we're fresh off stage at the, is it Two Bros True Athlete, IFBB True Athlete, whatever it is.
Classic.
Big, is it a Shrew Classic?
Yeah.
Shrew Classic. Big Nath won his class at the Super Heavies. By far the best he's ever been on stage. Shout out to my wife Jazz and the Get Bronze team for all of their efforts on his colour and his glaze today, because he's not an easy one to colour, but it came out so sick on stage. Very happy with the win, the Super Heavies. Another narrow miss in the overall, which is gutting, because I mean, I'm going to say this because I'm his coach, but I was really sure that he had that overall watching it. Maybe I got a bit too confident and I needed a lesson teaching to me. But Max, something or other, is he the heavyweight? Is he heavy? Yeah, heavyweight got the pro card, so not our day today. Oh my God, I've just seen the man with the most oily synthol biceps I've ever seen. Oh my, you fucking believe that? Look at that. Right, he's walking past. I'm going to get Jake to flip the camera around because this is almost unreal. See if you can get him in it. Wow. Big boy, look at the size of them. Jesus. What do you mean, look at the size of him? Just look at the size. Yeah, look at the fucking size of the amount of oil he's got in there.
Maybe that's what you need to do.
Yeah, the Arabs are ringing his phone 24/7 for some of that oil. Anyway, narrow missing the overall. I think I'm a lot more upset than Nath is. But it's all good. It's all good. Mad progressions on last year, really successful season. Loads of wins, PCA Pro card, plenty of close misses in the overall. He's that close to the pro card, so next show season, it'll be no problemo. As for right now, he's going to rebound up to 600 pounds in the next 12 weeks.
12 days.
Big Ramy. Yeah.
12 days.
Big Ramy, we're coming for you. But no, seriously, great day. Nath looked epic. I'm happy with everything. Presented the best he ever presented. Best physique he's ever presented. So we're all G. The rebound programming is ready. The calories are set. Everything is set. So what was it? 6 kilo stage weight in the last year. So, and that's a fucking lot of weight on an advanced super heavy. So if we can do that again, it's going to be a lights out pro card next season. So stay tuned because he's coming for that fucking pro card.